What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to a couple of subscribers for showing love to me on my 45th birthday. Salute to the brother Will Kane for the $5 donation via the Cash App. He says, happy birthday. Salute to you, man, longtime subscriber. Thank you for showing love on this joyous day for myself, And hope all you guys are having a happy, especially the men out there. Hope you guys are having a happy Father's Day out there for all the fathers. Also want to give a shout out to the brother Jesse Gladsaget for the $20 donation. He says, happy birthday, bro. Salute to you for showing love. Long-time subscriber. Me and him go back to the Bruce Blitz days on YouTube, going back to when we were all, at one point in time, as hard as it is to believe, LeBron James fans. Also want to give a shout out to Vlone for once again showing love with $25 donation, aka Marvin. Salute to you for showing love to Too Raw for TV. All right, so let's get to the meat of the coconut here. So, I was talking to my brother about 2 weeks ago, right? No, actually, it was longer than that. I think it was about a month ago. It was not too long after the Lakers were eliminated from the playoffs. And he told me, he said, watch LeBron during the NBA Finals. Watch how he posts. He's going to post something that's going to take away from the attention of the NBA Finals to put attention on himself, because he can't stand not being the center of attention. And damn if he didn't just do this. Now, yesterday, he posted this nonsense on his Twitter account.
LeBron, are the retirement rumors true? What's next?
First of all, what retirement rumors are there out there? I mean, there's a little bit of speculation as to whether or not next year is going to be his last year, but nobody really believes that this is it for LeBron James as far as this season having been his last. Nobody believes that. There's no chatter out there. There's no trending noise as far as people believing that LeBron James is going to lead the game in year 22. So to me, you can look at this two ways. You can look at this the way that I choose to look at it as, once again, because he's shown a pattern of doing this, him being out the playoffs or jettisoned out of the playoffs early. And not much is being talked about him. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you could bring up, but he's not really in the conversation right now. Who's in the conversation? Tyrese Halliburton, the Pacers, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Oklahoma City Thunder, Caitlin Clark, who, by the way, he just attached himself to like a damn succubus. He just attached himself to her as far as her stardom is concerned, all because, part of it because she's called him the GOAT. And secondly, because he's spiteful, because Angel Reese called him out years ago, which is, I think, part of the reason why she gets such bad press, because there's so many LeBron James loyalists who are taking it out on her in the media or the media because they're in their feelings because she said some truthful stuff about him years ago. But anyway, this is what he does when he's not part of any ongoing. Well, he's not the center of attention. He's going to do something or post something to bring attention back to him. And the fact that he's doing it before the season is even out is totally egregious to the NBA product, right? Now, there are some people that are saying, well, I think he's posting this to bring attention to the league because the finals isn't performing at the level that they thought it would, or it's not performing at the level of past finals. Well, I mean, look, you got two small market teams in the game, right? You got two small market teams in these games with relatively small fan base. And you got two young stars who have not had established legacies. And, you know, at the end of the day, part of the reason why, if at all, the NBA Finals ratings are down is the fault of the media. How many times have we chastised these bums for not talking about these teams enough? So if it's for any reason why many people who are watching these games, why they don't know these players, or they're not familiar with these teams, well, that's the media's fault. That's the media's fault for only wanting to talk about 3 or 4 goddamn teams every year. How many times have you heard me talk about this? Or other people talk about this? You know what I'm saying? This is the media's fault 100%. And it'd be one thing if Shea was 21 and Tyrese was 20 or 22. You know, that would be, they just got in the league. These guys have been in the league for quite some time. Tyrese Halliburton led the league in assists last year. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has been a multiple-time All-Star. The average NBA fan in the 80s, they knew who Adrian Dantley was. They knew who Dominique Wilkins were. The media did a much better job of talking about the overall talent of the NBA back then, and even in the 90s. This is just a new phenomenon that I really would say is part of the Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith era. Talk about only the top hanging fruit, ignore the entire body of the NBA. And if you keep doing that, if you don't take care of the entire structure of the NBA, the top hanging fruit's going to look good, but then suddenly, over time, you know what I'm saying, that tree, which provides the top hanging fruit, going to die. It's going to slowly die. And that's why the NBA is in the state it's in right now, that we got to have Michael Jordan come back for what? What is this, the 4th time now to try to save the NBA? So 3rd or 4th time. But anyway, this is sad, man. This guy is such an attention 304. Such an attention 304. Has to be the center of attention. Nobody else can get any shine except for this dude. So this is what I think is going to happen with LeBron James. This is just my guess, right? I think that's between, I would say September. I would say sometime between mid-September and mid-October. Somewhere in that range, right? I think LeBron James is going to put out a statement saying that this year is going to be his last. Because he's not going to wait till the end of the year. Oh, no. LeBron James is not going to limp out the league. He's not going to sulk out the league like Larry Bird did. He's not going to creep out the door. He's going to do what Michael Jordan was able to do with the Wizards, right? And he kind of did with the Bulls, but it was kind of like, you know, it wasn't official, but it was, we kind of had a feeling that was going to be last year. He's going to want what Kobe did. He's going to want what most legends are able to do when they're able to retire on their own terms. He's going to want that retirement tour. He's going to want the love and adulation and the attention and all. That's him. So I think this next year is going to be his last year. And it's going to be insufferable. It's going to be gag-inducing. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you something. If you guys were tired of the slurping before, it's gonna get bad on ESPN, man. I mean, it's gonna be unwatchable. It's gonna be absolutely, completely unwatchable, saccharine bullshit. But we only have one more year. One more year, I think, man. I don't think he's going to come back for year 24. He's going to come back for year 23 to break the NBA record, right? For most seasons, he's going to try to break the record for most games played by Robert Parrish, and that's still not going to make him the GOAT. But yeah, that's how it is, man. The attention 304 strikes again. Wants attention to be all about him, and it's sad. But what you guys think?